to initiate. He has no idea what I'm going to do to him next, but when he feels this, he goes to his happy place. Do something conscientious with your outside hand. We learned this one yesterday. This is called her, look at Moshe, she's like, oh my God, am I in the right room? Okay, so if you're not feeling balanced, this is a wonderful mudra. You guys just take your 3 fingers and gently touch them to the ground. Because who knows, there may be an entity walking in the room with you, to help you, and you're not going to really believe it, and you're going to, well, I think I need to balance myself out here a little bit, okay? This is, everybody knows this one. This is compassionate oneness with all beings, and everybody knows this one, as you see on the tapestries. This one is blessing everything and everyone. Anyway, do something conscientious with this hand, otherwise it's going to find a whole bunch of things that are very unconscious. And then the inside hand does something very conscientious. Okay? And now feel free to use your suggestions from this position if you need to. And also, but you know the fundamentals here. No judging, no analyzing, and no diagnosing. And you tune yourself to the breath, the heart, and the soul by asking quality questions exclusively. Don't be concerned with the answers. I had a session one time and a woman goes, right at the beginning of us, oh, Mukti, it's your liver. I'm like, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. You wouldn't want to say that. Why? Maybe at the end of the session you want to say something, have a cup of tea with the person, but not yet. Why? Because it could change in a heartbeat. An imbalanced liver, imbalanced gallbladder, imbalanced lungs could change. In Eastern bodywork, it could change in a heartbeat. So why would you bring it up at the beginning? Words are hammers, or they can be flowers. So be careful. Okay, guys, and enjoy yourselves like so. So stay in puja as long as you're intuitively guided, and be prepared after that to transition elegantly. Coming down here, enjoy your transition. We're teaching the fundamentals, you guys. In private practice, maybe you want to do a whole bunch of other things. One of my favorite things is just to take hold of this beautiful handle here and rock the Casbah. I'll get things going like this. It's called a full body alignment. And, or let's say you were in here and you definitely got the call to come to the upper body. So look what you learned yesterday. Boom. Right into a respectful straddle. Bring those arms down here. You have your lumbar cradle up and back. Slide up a little bit, up and back. And forgive me, I'm going to move fast, okay? And then back to this position, up, and sit back and drag the whole thing with you. How nice is this? Right onto Apastamba Marma here, Marmani. And of course, on the exhale, you sink to level number 1. Stay there when he breathes in. Invite him to press against you. Sink to level number 2. Stay there when he breathes in. Wait for the invitation to go to the next level. And like so, when you come out of it, you're opening wind gates. So you want to stay with it. Deflect the heat a little bit. Let him know that you're feeling that same sensation, because he's feeling lots of heat. And you want to let them know that you're aware of that also. You come up into here, you guys, enjoy yourselves with some breath compressions, enjoy yourselves with some prayer muja, separate your hands, work all of these areas in here with that nice rolling technique like so, and then boom, look where you are in these beautiful chakras right here. We do Carmel, you can see that this wheel, anybody noticing it, is slightly in front of this wheel, you see it, you guys? So this will be very beneficial for him. You get him to take a nice deep breath, and as he exhales, boom, pull the energy down, slide your foot back, lean on. You see what I did with this foot here, you guys? You see how I draped it? That infuses the person with confidence. That tiny little move, because it's so sweet and innocent and natural. But look what happened with his shoulders. I got them right underneath his ears now. And you can see I'm lounging on him, and I bet there's not even one molecule of discomfort. Is that true? Yep. And I'm lounging on him, you guys. Okay, stay there as long as you're intuitively guided. Now, you're opening a wind gate. So stay with him, count a few of those pulses. And he's feeling this explosion of heat now. This is called opening a wind gate. And we're going to talk about that later. Like so, enjoy yourselves. And you can see where you were. Look where your fingertips are. Look at that. Okay? How easy is that? Maybe move your knee a little bit closer. And then it's all levers and pulleys. Have your first pass be very gentle. You want to get their trust. Okay, just leaning back like so. Okay, and then sometimes splint C7 really well and get a nice high lift also. Okay, just like that, really working it like so. Okay, and then boom, opposite. Okay, holding the cranium with the confidence of holding a child. Stabilize the chest, press down, and bring the tip of the nose close to the chest like that, okay? Like so, okay. Sarafima showed you a whole bunch of other things where you bring that face over, you guys. You grip in here, palm over palm, lots of love. Just working that trapezius everywhere and anywhere. All levers and pulleys, you can see. Okay, I'm not doing this with my arm, you guys. My arm is straight. I'm just leaning back, working that whole area. I don't know if Serafima, I wasn't paying attention. If you want to, what's called free the wing being the scapula, you could just reach under, put the arm back where you found it, and then you press down and you float. You float the scapula up like that. Now, if we do a Carmel, that would be a very good way to reprogram some cellular memory. And it should be a very comfortable application too. Easily done on the massage table too. Okay? And then I introduced yesterday where I brought the face over, looking at the knee that's down, and then we took the wrist, elbow, here. You have a free arm, free hand. You give them a reminder tap to please remain resting because they're always trying to help you. And then just here, reaching in that lamina groove, enjoy yourself. Pull the ES muscle away from the vertebrae, all the way down. Let your leg do all the work. Turn it into a nice dance like that also. Sometimes pressing the shoulder back, two different directions. I'm pulling up and I'm pressing down at the same time. Okay? And you had your accentuation here, 50-50, where I asked you, Carmel, to reach for the wall with that shoulder, and boom, you get a nice pop right there. And you can also switcheroo, bring the tip of his nose to the center of his chest, and boom, you get another nice stretch back there. Okay, returning him gently to a resting position, like so. And then, of course, maybe doing this whole application again in here, all of that. You could switch around, and boom, now you do the other side also. Bring the face over, bring this arm over. Enjoy yourself, be natural, and you got that whole other side too. Okay, you guys? Easily done on a massage table. All right, you guys, Serafim also showed us to come over here and we can offer Yanaka. Okay? And always get calibrated before you begin. And you're nice in Dandasana here. Simulate touching the person with your heel first. Okay, and of course you could walk this whole system in here. Absolutely wonderful for changing cellular memory for sure. There are two very important marmas right here, guys, on the side of the body. And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll use one foot as a support, and I'll focus on my heel, and I'll just go in with my one heel. What makes this work well is I would ask you, Carmel, to breathe into my heel now, to breathe into the sting. And then the therapy is complete, okay? Because that sting will disappear. Okay, so he's just breathing into my heel. I'm using the bottom foot as my mother foot, the top foot as my child foot. Okay? Like so, enjoy yourselves. And then Serafima showed you also how to take that heel or the side of your foot and inch it right into the viscera, right here into the soft tissue. Okay, you guys? Enjoy yourselves with that. And then boom, we have this beautiful procedure to come up in here. Boom, be very gentle as you transition. And of course, taking the face, moving it away from you gently. And of course, draping this whole area with the towel. anytime you're going to be walking on, because in other classes, you guys, we actually walk on the arms, okay? And anytime you do that, to drape it in a nice clean linen, the person feels very confident. They're like, oh, thank you, because even though our feet are clean and things, there's just something about, you know, touching a person with your feet that we need to be conscious about. So, but to drape it in and the person feels that nice, and I wouldn't drape it in class because I would need you guys to see exactly where, I'm not going to do it now, exactly where you press and things. So